Super rude dog. I just saw a video. Guy was talking about his experiences with SCUF gaming. I let these people go a long time ago, but I'm just going to take a few minutes and talk about gaming controllers and the quality of SCUF gaming. I have a SCUF controller here from the PS3 generation, another SCUF controller here from the PS3 generation, the PS4 SCUF. That's an interesting one. To make a mental note, that weird screw's been removed because I've been inside of it. And then here's one that I made, my version for PS4. I actually like it. Yeah, I know how to make things. We'll get into that later. We have standard Xbox One controller, Xbox One Elite, and we have a third-party licensed 360. It's for my little girl. It's camo. I love the soft feel rubber on it, though. Alright. All of these controllers have one thing in common. When they start out, they're manufactured by a licensed manufacturer that builds to the UL or CE standards. Okay. Now I'm going to say something about Microsoft. Microsoft has the farthest superior controller made. Not just this one. Even this one, when they allow a third party, they release their standards. I was gaming way back in the day when the first 360s came out. And that 360S controller revolutionized gaming. It built games like Call of Duty. Simply because of one reason. The efficiency of the work environment. It changed everything. It put a major dent in the PC, which I'm a PC Call of Duty guy. However, some things I want to talk about. This is $150. This comes with accessories and extras. Removable sticks and stuff. If you are going to buy a modded controller, this is the best $150 you could ever spend. The reason why this entire thing is built by manufacturer standards. Microsoft has got some different things that have happened to it over the years, but I will tell you and openly admit, being a gamer since age 20, I'm 50 now, that Microsoft has always made superior accessories. For the most part. There was one USB sound system they made back in the late 90s. It kind of tanked, but for the most part, Microsoft has taken the time to get to work with the best people and create the best accessories and products as a whole. Now, talk about Sony. They made their originals in Japan. They came from China. These cases on these, the ones that SCUF paints, aren't original manufacturer parts. The joysticks that they use on the ones they give you are not original manufacturer parts. I want you to notice something about this one. When I bought one, I actually kept the same buttons. The reason why I did that, the default factory buttons, because the plastic's different and proprietary. The type of Teflon content and ratio is different than all the aftermarket stuff. This one was one that I bought at Walmart, sent it in, turned out. Now I'm going to talk about something I mentioned in a posting, and I think it was on this feed, about something called 2M standards, electronic repair standards. Anytime you touch an electronic device internally, especially something like a SCUF, or microelectronic, they have what's called a 2M standard. You must use conformal coatings, wires that you attach, okay, to a circuit card, which they patch through, which anybody who's ever broke into a SCUF controller knows, need to be fastened, not with hot melt glue. Because the board has something on it called a conformal coating That conformal coating is usually manufacturers that want to protect their work, polyurethane. Hot melt glue will only stick to polyurethane for a short period of time. The reason why this is because polyurethane is not porous once it's completely sealed over the electronics. Now here's the issue. So we have these wires in here, correctly? Correct. We have wires in here. We fold them up and make them all look neat and pretty, and we put the two case halves together. Well, the wire has resistance to bending. We can't never crease it perfectly when we're doing it in that fashion. And we put a load on the wire. Glue's in there a few months. Glue breaks loose. Wire moves. Breaks the solder connection. It's extremely, extremely tiny. That's usually what happens to the SCUF when the additional buttons don't work. And the other things where they break with poor plastics and such. Or there's also something called ESD, electrostatic discharge. There are special tools, special mats, and they also have an ESD grounding wrist strap when you're touching this stuff. If you don't have it, I have it at my house because I dabble in electronics. As long as you guys can tell that by now. You could damage the board and cause serious issues with the microcontroller and the functions of that microcontroller. Also, if you don't know how to solder, you will burn these boards up and destroy them. So, what's my solution? Buy this. Sony will never release that. So you could get a Collective Minds, I can't remember what the thing's called. It's oh God, I have one. I have one, but I modified mine so it would work with my PS4. I can't remember what this thing's called. I have this adapter with this hub. It comes from Collective Minds. I don't know if anybody recognizes that. I can't remember what it's called. Cronus? Cronus? Yeah, Cronus. Cronus Pro. They sell it at Best Buy now. It's a mainstream product. And it allows universal use of your controllers, whatever, on what anything. That's about it. I mean, we see this at $150. Built by Microsoft standards. That they've had time to learn since the release of the Xbox 360. Or we have stuff like this, which a Sony controller, standalone on its own, is a great product. As long as we don't open it and mess with it. It's a great product. But as soon as a third party goes inside of it, what I like to call a piggyback company, they're a piggyback company with poor ethics and standards to sell these modified stuff. It's destructive. And it's all kids, you know. We pay $200 for a controller. We can have 4 of them from Walmart, brand new. When they go on sale at $39.95, you can have 5 of these. So just watch yourself. Don't buy crap. Microsoft's the best in this area. Even though you see me having a PS4, in this area right here, Microsoft is king. I'm sorry. It is what it is. If you like my video, like my channel, you can watch some of the controllers I made. I make integrated controllers into desktops. I actually have one on my page, on my channel rather. But that's the rundown. That's why SCUF controllers fail. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.